What's going on, guys? Nesmudkip here, back in for day 9 of the 12 days of anime. So, let's jump straight in. Today's series is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I love this manga. I love this manga so much. And everyone thinks it's gay. You should shut up if you think it's gay, because you haven't watched it clearly or read it. Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is quite simply bizarre, but it's also amazing. Now, it's a shonen, or at least it was a shonen, it's not anymore, which is a bit odd, but it's very different to regular shonens in that it's split up into parts, as the author calls it. Now, each part has a different protagonist, which is really good, because it actually keeps things fresh all the time, and you think, alright, these characters have told their story, so it's time to move to a different set of people, so that's what happens, and then, it always keeps things fresh, which is really, really interesting. So yeah, I mean, there's a different story for each part, but I'm gonna lay down the story for part 1 because, the stuff that happens in part 1 sort of like, sets up the story for the rest of the parts. So, it's basically about this guy called, Jonathan Joestar, and, his dad was saved by this, well, I say saved, but he thought he was saved by this, one guy when he, fell out of his carriage, I don't know, something like that. This is set in 1880s England, by the way, I should mention. So these people, so Jonathan, sorry, not Jonathan, the Joestars are indebted to the people who saved this guy for a while. So their son comes to live with them, and he's a massive douchebag, basically, Dio. And then it's basically about the rivalry between Dio and Jonathan Joestar, and it's ridiculously manly and just amazing. And it's got really cool fights and everything. Jonathan finds out about this thing called the Ripple, which is basically the version of the key or whatever it is. Every show basically has that sort of shonen thing, has this sort of mysterious force and stuff. So it's the Ripple in this one, which is not too different from most things, but it's pretty interesting, I guess. But another more interesting concept is introduced in about part 3, actually, which, yeah, that's good. Now, it's kind of hard to put my finger on why I like JoJo so much, because each part, varies wildly. I'd say my favourite parts are 2, 3, and 4. They're definitely the best ones. Yeah, I mean, I think the reason I really, really like JoJo is, a lot of the time it is sort of style over substance. I mean, the well, let's say the reception to the art is very mixed. I'm personally someone who really likes it, but, it's something like the over-the-top craziness of the characters and the art and stuff, really makes up for the times when maybe the plot isn't that great. I mean, at this point, in the list, I'm basically saying my favourite ones. Remember, this is my favourite anime. This is the best. So, if I was saying best anime or manga, then I don't think JoJo would be up there, but, it's one that I just really, really enjoy for, these reasons. And I think, yeah, it's kind of hard to put my finger on what I like it. I mean, with the part changing thing, that's another really good one, because every part is something fresh. Parts very rarely follow the same formula. They don't just, change characters, he changes formula entirely, so it's never predictable, which is something I really, really like about it. So yeah, JoJo, I mean, I said for this specifically it's the manga. That's mainly because the other parts haven't been animated yet, but parts 1 and 2 have been by David Animation, which was a very, very good adaptation, which you could go check out rather than reading the manga if you wanted to. And then part 3 is getting an anime adaptation next year, or you could read the manga for it. But, there you go. There are lots of options there, but yeah, JoJo, fantastic shonen series. Not for everyone, I'd say. I mean, you'll know it's for you. I know few people actually really enjoy JoJo. Personally, I really, really like it, just because how over the top and insane it is. But yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is awesome. Go check it out. And that was day number 9, guys. Tune in tomorrow, where the countdown for the last 3 begins. See you then.